Hey guys, it's Ashley, and this is gonna be my 34-week update. First, let me just say, sorry, I'm not like my usual super like excited and happy and smiley all over the place. Person that I usually am in my videos. I am freaking exhausted. I was at the hospital for 12 hours yesterday, which was ridiculous, but I will tell you more about that into the video. Um, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. God, I should have did my notes. Basically, as far as symptoms this week go, I didn't really have that many. Like, my back was still kind of sore. I kind of had fatigue a little bit. And I was like nesting. I just wanted to clean everything and have I don't know, I was really into cleaning everything like earlier in the week. I like washed my car, then I came in and I cleaned the kitchen, and I did laundry, and then I attempted to clean my room, but then I got tired and fell asleep. So, um, also, I was nauseous a little bit this week. So yeah, I think that's it as far as my symptoms. Just the nesting, my back aching like always, and did I say fatigue? And just kind of nauseous. And other than that, was it. Um, so yeah, this week was kind of a boring, but got excited at the end kind of week. It was supposed to be, well, it is me and my boyfriend's anniversary, so we were supposed to go away this weekend. But now we can't because I am on bed rest, which I will get into in a second about why and what happened and everything. Yeah, so boring week that turned interesting at the end and is now going to be boring some more. So basically, I ended up going to the hospital May. I don't remember what day now. Hold on, let me see if I put it in my phone. May 2nd at night, so it was like May 3rd, technically, I guess. I don't know, I can't explain it. So basically, I was at my boyfriend's house, we were watching movies, blah, blah, blah. My back starts hurting, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go home, tired, back's hurting. I'll just go home, shower, relax, put my heating pad on it, fall asleep, feel better. No, none of that happened. I got home and my stomach started hurting really bad, like it was getting really tight and like crampy, and I'm like, ew, Braxton Hicks contractions, these suck. And then and then I was like, I'm just gonna get in the shower, try to relax my body, and like drink some water because I might be like dehydrated, which is a reason why you can get Braxton Hicks. So I do that, and doesn't really help. I get in the shower, it doesn't help, and they start getting kind of stronger. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. And so I'm kind of like trying to relax in the shower. I get out, and still they're getting worse. So I kind of like just find some like pajamas, comfortable clothes to wear, and I start like timing them just to see, because I'm like, maybe I should, just in case they do continue or if they stop. Either way, I can bring it up the next time I go to the doctor's, like, hey, this happened, I timed it. And so I started timing them at like 12:23. Excuse me. So I started timing at 12:23, and they all started. It went from 12:23, and then I stopped timing them, and then it went from 1 all the way to 1:16, and they were all about a minute or two long and 2 to 3 minutes apart, and they hurt so bad. Like, it wasn't Braxton Hicks. Like, I was having real contractions and they sucked, and it was just no fun, honestly. So at like, let me see, sorry, it's my phone, it's not working. I don't remember exactly what time, 12 something, I go and wake my mom up and tell her that I feel like I'm having, like, my stomach hurts and I think I'm having contractions. And she gets up and like tells me to finish getting dressed and like grab my coat and stuff like that. And we call labor and delivery at the hospital that I'm going to deliver at. And she explains everything that I told her and tells them how I'm feeling. And they're like, okay, well, you should come on in. We go in and they have us in their like observation room. I think that's what it's called. I forget, honestly. It's like before you're admitted to the hospital, where they put you to kind of run tests and check everything out to see if you need to be admitted. or taken home. So they admitted us or put us in there, and they hooked me up to a monitor and blood pressure and all that fun stuff. And they see that I am having contractions, like actual legitimate contractions that were reading on the paper. I wish I could have kept it though, but they kept throwing it away before I had a chance to ask for it. So yeah, they took that, and I had a doctor, I forget what her name was, Jaw or something, I don't know. Anyways, so some doctor comes in, she's talking to me. She's the first doctor that checks me out, and she's looking at everything and asking me how many weeks I am, and kind of filling out all the paperwork that I hadn't had a chance to fill out because I'm not that far along yet. So my admittance papers and all that is now done, which is awesome because I don't have to do it and be confused about everything. It's already completely in their system. And so she decides that it's probably is real contractions, but she doesn't know. She wants to check, like physically check and see if I am dilated or not. And I was 2 centimeters dilated and 80% effaced. So she decides that because I had just turned 34 weeks that Thursday, that morning basically when I got there, that she wants to give me the pills called like nifedipine or something like that to stop my contraction, to try and stop my contractions. That way I won't have to deliver, because she felt it was just too early and didn't want to do it. So she gives me the pill. It kind of helps, not really, and she gave me Tylenol for my back and has me there on observation for freaking 6 hours, because I think that's how long it takes for the pill to like kind of start coming out of your system after you've taken it. So I'm just laying there, and they end up admitting me a little bit after I took the pill, which was around 2, I think, 1:30ish, 2 o'clock, around 1:30ish, I think. And then by then I called my boyfriend, told him he should come, so he comes up to the hospital. It's me and my mom and him there, and we are in like the actual, they put us in the actual delivery room because I was admitted, and they just didn't know what was going to happen as far as like my contractions slowing down or if I was going to actually deliver that night. So yeah, they had me there on observation, bunch of nurses coming in and out, bringing me food, talking to me. I had an IV in my arm, which sucked. I don't know if you guys have had IVs before, and they hurt. It honestly hurt more when it was just sitting in my arm than when she put it in. So that was kind of weird. It's really uncomfortable, I guess, and I kept having to pee every 5 seconds because of the bag of fluid that they had going in there, and then I was drinking water as well on top of that. So every 5 seconds, my mom and boyfriend had to disconnect me from all the machines that I was on so I can go pee and come back and reconnect it. But it was nice because I was in a birthing suite, so everything I needed was like right there. I just had to walk across the floor a few feet. So yeah, sorry, I got off topic. So after I get admitted to the hospital, they have I forget, nurses come in. I don't know. I'm honestly super tired, so I can't remember. I didn't get much sleep. Bunch of nurses come in, talk to me, kind of tell me if the pill doesn't work, then we're probably going to deliver. If it does work, then we'll give you another one and keep you here longer for observation. After about 4 hours, they checked me again, and I was only 2 centimeters and like 80 something percent effaced. So basically, my like uterus just thinned out more. I didn't dilate more, so they felt like the pill was working. So then after 6 hours, they gave me another pill, which really slowed down the contractions and stuff, and they kept me there for observation. And I met another doctor who was named Dr. Stevens. I personally didn't like her that much because TV was on in the room to kind of give me something to do, and she just seemed really into the TV and like what was on the TV. Like that's all she talked about when she walked in. She's like, "Oh, hey, I love this show. You watch this show, blah blah blah." And it was really weird. Like here I am in labor technically, kind of freaked out. Boyfriend's freaked out. Mom's tired as hell, doesn't really know what's going on, and you're concentrating on what TV show I'm watching. It's like, shouldn't you be doing something? So yeah, it was just weird. She checked me, still the same. But then she said she was gonna go. There was like the head OBGYN pediatrics doctor something. I don't know. He was the head doctor of something. So she said she was gonna go and talk to him and see what he thought about my situation, and then come back and tell me if he said that we should. Oh wait, was that before? tell me if I should deliver or if I should take the pill again. Honestly, I got mixed up. I think after she came in I is when I got the pill again the second time. Yeah, sorry. So second time I got the pills after the doctor that I didn't like came in. But then I never ended up seeing her again. We never found out what the main doctor, pediatrics guy said to do, which was weird. And so then, whatever. After I got the other pill, they're waiting. It had been about 4 hours. I ended up needing more nurses coming in, blood pressure, all that fun stuff. They changed the bag on my IV. Kind of gave me more information about what they were doing and things like that. And then I met the anesthesiologist that works there, like the head guy or whatever, and he came in, asked me a bunch of questions just in case I do end up going into labor, so that they have all that stuff written down already and they don't have to worry about trying to ask me as I'm in pain. So did all that, filled out the paperwork, and kind of told him everything he needed to know as far as medical past and everything. Then he left. They had me waiting. New people. I met so many freaking doctors and nurses. It was ridiculous. Then another doctor comes in. I really forgot her name. Oh wait, maybe she was Dr. Stevens. Yeah, the doctor I didn't like, I don't remember her name, but then the new doctor that came in was named Dr. Stevens, and she was like super nice. By then my dad had actually decided to come, and he was just sitting in the room with us, and she was talking to us and telling us that with the other nurses and doctors that she consulted with before coming in and talking to me, they feel like the first doctor was just being too overly cautious, because normally they don't try to stop it. They just kind of have me on observation and see what happens, and if it stops on its own, that's good. If it progresses, that's fine, because the baby will be just fine being born at 34 weeks, even though it's kind of early. So they decided to let the last pill wear out of my system that they had just given me and keep me there on observation and kind of see what happens. And if it progresses, then I would deliver, and if not, then I'd be free to go home. So they just kind of had me on watch, and she just talked to me and would come back later in the day, in a couple hours or whatever. It's still like early morning time. She would come back and check me again and see where everything was. So more just boredom and hanging out and trying to rest. And around 12 something, she came back and looked at the monitors, saw that my contractions had really slowed down. They were like 30 minutes to 40 minutes apart, and they weren't that strong for me, because I really wasn't freaking out. Not freaking out, but I really wasn't like trying to relax as much as I was when I first got there. So she checked me again, and I was still the same as before, like 2 centimeters and like 80-something% effaced. So she decided that I'd be fine to just go home and not worry about it, but to come back if I got contractions again, if I didn't feel a baby moving, just anything that felt kind of weird, to just come back and wait it out again, basically. So yeah, basically I'm on bed rest until May 14th, which is my next doctor's appointment, which sucks because I'm on bed rest for everything. I have school still, which I have finals coming up on May 14th, and my birthday, and my boyfriend's anniversary, and Mother's Day, and everything. So I have no fun. So yeah, I got out of the hospital at 1:30. I think I got out at the same time I got in, pretty much. But yeah, so glad I didn't have her, but then sad, because I kind of want her now. Now that I had to go through all of that, it sucks I don't have to go through it again. It's like having 2 kids. But glad that she stayed in and the pills worked, because she's only 34 weeks. So it's better for her to be in longer and develop more and everything, and not have to really worry about her. But I am on bed rest for 10 days, because that's when I'll be 36 weeks. So I really think they think she's going to come when I am 36 weeks. But we shall see. So no fun for me. I get to just relax at home and finish up everything, because I have nothing packed. That was like the worst part of being there, is realizing that I don't have my bag packed. Her bag isn't finished. I only have like a couple of things in there. And yeah, but but I'm glad that I have everything else. As far as her needs, it just would have been like having to bring stuff, I guess, and yeah. But I believe that is all for this week. The video is super long, kind of a lot to update you guys on, but I didn't want to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I just had a major brain fart. Anyways, I'll cut it short. I'll cut it here. I didn't want to go into too much detail and bore you guys to death. But that is it. So I had a fun little hospital tour, even though mine's not till June 4th, which is good because I don't think I'm going to have her June 4th or on her due date. So I got like the best hospital tour you could have possibly ever gotten from any hospital by being admitted. Yay for that. So now I know exactly where everything is, all the procedures, everything, what to bring, what not to bring. All the questions I could have ever have had in life are now answered because I went through it. And I am still have my belly and my baby in there until then. So now everyone in my family has a bet going to see when she'll be born. My mom says I'm going to go into labor with her May 12th or the 13th. But we'll see. I say 36 weeks. I'll have her. My boyfriend has no idea. He's like, you should have just had her yesterday. So we shall see. I'll show you guys my stomach. I'm honestly not going to measure it because I'm too tired to find the measuring tape, and I'm pretty sure I'm exactly the same as before, but lower, because they did say that her head was like right there in the birth canal when they checked me. So she is head down and like ready to go basically. So she was really wanting to come out of there May 2nd-ish, 3rd, whatever, excuse me, whatever you want to call it. I call it May 3rd, but I went in, well, it was at 12 o'clock at night, so May 3rd, she was really ready to come out. So yeah, I'll show you guys my stomach, and that will be it for this week. So that is it. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. And if not, then I'll see you in my next update or video, depending on what I get a chance to do. And yeah, bye guys.